Oh, it's a cicada on the floor. It's a huge one.
There's a heron over there. See the heron?
Welcome back to the channel. You meet me here. It says private road. I'm pretty sure it's Upper Colo River Road. I still don't know the name, and I've come up here many times. I should know the name. Now the channel, as you know, is called Try Not to Work. But the tagline is do something you love instead. So it's not about not working. It's about doing things you enjoy doing. If anybody's been watching any of the videos that I've made so far, they're mostly detailing videos. And that goes in line with my, oh, it's a cicada on the floor. It's a huge one. And that goes in line with my detailing business. And I don't get much more enjoyment than seeing an incredibly dirty car and turning it into something that looks like it's just come out of the factory. So you need to do something you love instead. And this is what this channel is about. It's about cars, it's about bikes, it's about cleaning them, because I'm an OCD freak. I can't help it, I like it. But Try Not to Work is more about just detailing cars. It's ultimately going to be trips on the bike. I want to be going around Australia on a bike. Now, it may not be that bike, although that's a great bike to start off with. It's going to take me most places across New South Wales, I think. But obviously with 4 kids, 20, 18, 14, 9, I can't really spend 3-4 months away. So that's going to have to come at a later date. So between now and then, I want to start doing a few other things. I'm lining up a series of videos that is going to involve my love and passion for cars and detailing with my knowledge from industry and how we can merge the two together and do something nice for somebody who needs a little bit of a helping hand or needs to have a smile put back on their face. So look out for those. Be especially keen for people to make any comments, suggestions of who you'd perhaps like to see on another video coming through, or even questions you'd like to ask them. So by all means, get involved. It's not just going to be about detailing. Hopefully there's going to be an opportunity for us to take cars to the track. I don't see me having the balls to take a bike on a track yet. Maybe there's something I can do in the future, but I'd rather be doing things off-road. I don't know how to ride off-road yet, which is one of the reasons why we've come out here, because the road's unsealed. It gives me a little bit of understanding of how the bike reacts on unsealed roads, although you'd not say this is off-road. But, you know, baby steps, people. Bye-bye, cows. Bye-bye.
There's a heron over there. See the heron? I'm not herring around these little lanes because four-wheel drives come around here and they come around here at quite a rate, so they take up quite a lot of the road. So I don't particularly want to be caught trying to avoid one of those. So I'm taking it quite gingerly. So that's the Colo River over there, which you can't quite see. It's in the gully, but it's a beautiful, pristine river. They say it's the last pristine river to enter the Sydney Hawkesbury Basin left, because it comes essentially through the Wallamai National Park, which is famous, as you may know, for the Wallamai pine, which they found a few years ago in a secret little gully somewhere in the Wallamai National Park. That is the oldest living genus, I think, is that the term, of a tree so far found. It's not too far from here. But I understand now that they've been grown all over Britain. So obviously he quite likes the cooler and damper atmosphere, because here it gets very dry, but equally it does flood. These roads, in fact, as we come up to here on the little bridge, I think they have at times been underwater, but it's some way up. But those creeks can overflow. See these rocks, how they've just cut that area out so that the cars and little trucks that do come along here don't smash themselves against it. And obviously this area is Aboriginal land as well, although you don't see many Aboriginals around this area, unfortunately. They've all been kicked out. They don't have their land anymore. Not that I'm going to bring up the no vote. Which was ridiculous. And down this little junction here takes you to a really cool little campsite where I've taken the kids in the past and they still love going there. The creek, the Colo River, is quite a shallow river. It's very safe. And as I've mentioned, it's pristine, it's so clean. It's like a warm bath in the summer. But it's a safe place. Even babies can go floating around in there as long as you're with them. It's a nice place to be. And it doesn't get overly crowded because it can only allow 150 tents, I think. So it's quite a large area, so they all disappear. Was it 150 people? I think it's 150 people in actual fact. So, assuming there's 2 to 4 people in each tent, there's probably only about 40 to 50 tents that actually go in there. So it does feel when you're there like you've got the place to yourself, because everybody hides around the edges and get close to the creek, and it's a beautiful place to be. Well, my kids now are getting a bit older, even though the younger ones still would like to camp. All of our friends, their kids are older, have no interest in camping anymore. My kids would like to go with others, so it's a bit more fun for them, but we'll see. this looks alright. I can go. Is that a copper? Or is that somebody with a... No, it's somebody with a trailer. Oh, there is coppers there. Could happen here. So what is the etiquette of other riders? Some wave, some don't. Seems that most Harleys don't wave. Maybe they have their own little club. But I try to acknowledge anybody who waves at me, because it's quite a nice thing, isn't it? It reminds me of having a Beetle back in the days. When I first passed my test, my first car was a VW Beetle 1303. And all Beetle drivers wave to each other. I think Land Rover drivers do the same as well. I seem to remember waving when I had my Land Rover. Incidentally, I'm going to do another video on my Skoda RS wagon. It's now 8 years old, and I've had it for 4 of those 8 years. I'm its second owner. So I was going to do a little review about what's it like to live with a Skoda VRS wagon. And one of the first things is it's so much cheaper than a Land Rover Discovery, I can tell you that. I used to love that Land Rover, but good God. Over the 9, almost 10 years of having it, it cost me $40,000. The car already cost me $27,000. So, gives you an idea. About $4,000 a year to keep it on the road. You know, it did have reconditioned gearbox, brand new torque converter, various things like that. Obviously the compressor that does the air suspension, that was changed early on, but unfortunately went to a dealer who probably scrapped it because it did have almost 400,000 k's on the clock, and I was hoping to get it to 500. I gave it to my ex-wife. She subsequently sold it after I just spent $6,000 on a brand new torque converter, and she sold it for $4,000. So whoever had that car after me, hopefully they changed the injectors, because that was the issue with the diesel engine, was the injectors, and an absolute nightmare to change. But if they could do it themselves, it would have been worthwhile. Otherwise, the car was pretty good. I'd spent so much on it. Alright, we are now in Wilberforce. It's the supermarket, and where you can get some firewood from these two places. There's a little RSL pub here. Just quite a nice beer garden. It's just up this road. You're going to come out. So from here on in it starts to get a little busier. Pretty straight, boring roads. So not really much to look at. The only reasonably interesting thing in this area, see where this grass growing here? That's where the majority of Sydney turf comes from. They're all grown here. Different types of turf which people put on their lawns. As we get into Windsor, you'll see a brand new bridge, which is not too far down the road here, which was supposed to be high enough away from the floods, but the flood we had last year went over that bridge. But hopefully it's strong enough to be able to take that. You'd have thought they would have built it with flooding in mind, because this area is known to flood. Got a lot of police around. I don't know if you saw that one just past me there. Maybe it's something to do with those 4 guys all standing around chatting about something back up the road. Who knows? Maybe some sort of Wolf Creek type thing happened. Wasn't that how his laugh went? Incidentally, if anybody has watched Wolf Creek, the main actor, even though he doesn't seen it, he's actually a comedy actor. But he did play quite a scary horror guy in that movie, Total Psychopath. Apparently he was in character all the way through, so he was scary all the way through. Another copper. My word. Something's going on, isn't it? Am I about to get wet now? I think I might. Let's go in the middle. Well, maybe they won't. Oh, I'm going to get splashed. Here we go. Hey, oh, missed it. Lucky. Right, go down to 50 slowly. Just around this corner is this new bridge. See this bridge, believe it or not, even though that looks quite some way up, it does flood this bridge. And here we are, the historic town of Windsor. Not the one in Berkshire, obviously. No castle here.
So anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you're going to enjoy the videos that are coming up. Here's to a good 2025. Yeah. That is a cicada. She didn't look very well. What's up, mate? Oh, it just fell on the ground.